Alrighty then. I'm trying to make up for the mess that YouTube caused yesterday. Kicked me off of my stream, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, so hey, I'm going to finish my baling. I reset the baler to have a chute because that trailer thing didn't work for me. I don't have a decent trailer to do it with. So, yeah, there you go. I'm back to this. Turn the baler on. Lower the pickup. And we're off like a herd of turtles. Hey, Arjun. How you doing? Hope you can hear me. I have reset my sound. All right, I'm trying to fix chat here. Just give me a sec. There we go. Alrighty, back to it. Making bales. Let me adjust the sound here. Kind of noisy in here. I like this tractor. This little Lamborghini. It does a good job. Yeah, I'm not much for baling, but I thought I'd give it a shot. Got some equipment I want to try out. And I'm on a different, I'm back to OBS today. I haven't used OBS in months because I was having sound problems. So I hope you can hear me. Yeah, I normally live stream Tuesdays and Thursdays on the farm, but yesterday I was not even in the middle of a live stream when YouTube completely went out as far as the streaming end goes. I think the YouTube channels were still okay, but the streaming just went belly up, and they just kicked me off, and I couldn't get back on. So I decided to come in today and kind of try to finish what I started yesterday. He goes like a bat out of hell when it's going downhill. Put a couple of new mods in today. As you can tell, in the right hand, on the right hand corner, just above the speedometer, you'll see I put the GPS mod in. I have not used GPS on 2019. I used to use it on 2017, but I haven't used it on 2019. So I put that on, and then I bought a new tractor that I'll show you a little later. Looks like I missed just a little patch right there. I'm not OCD, but I don't like to have loose grass just laying around. All right, so basically I'm catching up to where I was yesterday. I still got cotton bales to pick up. I was finishing the harvest on the cotton field. And I've got some grain to do, so we're going to be busy today. Brand new map for me, so this is the first harvest, the initial harvest. Okay, come on. I might have to get a tractor with a little bit more get up and go. These at the end of both this field, at both ends, there's a little bit of a hill if you notice. And it's struggling just a little bit. Now, I can't remember where the Lamborghini is. I think it's a medium-sized tractor. But it could be a small. I could be wrong. Hey, Scorp. I need a sound check, buddy. I went back to OBS and I figured out what my sound problem was. If you remember, it sounded like I was in the next room and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. Well, I figured it out, but now I'm not sure if I've adjusted the sound correctly. Thank you. Appreciate it. OBS, for some reason, I was using it for the longest time and I had no problems. And there was an update. And what I didn't realize when the update came through was OBS automatically switched microphones. Well, the other microphone that's hooked up is the microphone that's sticking out the window on my webcam. So when you said it sounded like I was in another room, I almost was. It was picking it up. That microphone is like 6 feet away from me. So, hey, Andy, how you doing? I decided since YouTube screwed me up yesterday, I'd come in and try to, finish up that live stream that I didn't get to make yesterday. Hope you guys are doing good. And it's kind of I had no way of notifying anybody I was going to do it. But yeah, so that's why it sounded like I was in the next room, because literally I kind of was. And I wouldn't imagine that webcam microphone's a very good microphone anyway. But so I went back in since I hadn't used it for a while. I started it up and I thought, well, you know what? I want to go in and make sure that all the settings are correct. And that's when I found it. King Kid, hello. How are you? I went on this morning, and I'll talk about some new mods in a minute here. But this morning I went on to, I woke up about 5 o'clock in the morning. I've been doing that for about a month now, just waking up at 4 and 5 o'clock. And it's my habit just to get up. It's not worth laying there and tossing and turning. So if I wake up, I just get up. So I did. I got up, and I kicked Twitch on, and of course, Big Hoss, who doesn't call himself Big Hoss anymore, he was the YouTuber formerly known as Big Hoss, was live streaming, and he live streams almost daily. And when he does, he live streams about 8 hours at a time for 8 hours. So I sat and watched him for several hours, and we chatted for a little bit. And we're talking about doing a joint live stream like we used to do in the old days, just for hoots and giggles. All right, that was what I was worried about. Hang on, let me adjust it a little bit. All right, I adjusted it up a little bit. How's that? Hey, Craig, how you doing? Dennis is in the house. Hey, Dennis. What's King Kid up to today? And remember, there's a delay, so if I kicked it up a little bit and it's okay, let me know. I can kick it up some more. It's only about halfway up. Family's doing good, Dennis. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Okay, Craig, how's the sound now? Is it better? Like I said, it's only about halfway up, so I can crank it up a little more if I need to. I'm trying to keep it down so that it doesn't pick up the sounds of fans and things like that. So I'd appreciate the help getting it set correctly. Oh, I will, Dennis. Thank you. Is it better or is it good? I mean, is it okay? Do I need to crank it up a little bit more? I happen to be pretty loud most of the time. I just talk loud, as some of you know. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. All right, so hey, we got this. I decided. Oh, by the way, if Southern Boy, he's Southern Boy now. He used to be Hoss. If he and I decide to do a joint live stream, we'd do it on a what do you call it? A server. So if that happens, I'll try to make sure that I let you know in advance when it's going to be. All right, what's going on here? Turn off baler, lift packer, select tool. Now there's got to be a way to empty this thing. Let me turn this off and lift that. Unload baler, there it is. So to unload the baler, I guess it had to stop running because I hit that button before and it didn't work. All right, there we go. Okay. So anyway, I'm back to OBS. Give that a shot for a while. I liked OBS. It had more control over what the stream looked like than the other program, my XSplit that I was using. Ready for a long commute home. You didn't get to work from home today? Okay, so here's a funny thing. I told you that I got up early this morning and I was watching Southern Boy, Big Hoss. And funny thing is that he started this map this morning. And I had to laugh because I said, oh, I tried to start it yesterday and YouTube knocked me off. All right, let's talk about a couple mods. If you look just above the speedometer on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see three icons there. Those of you that use the GPS mod will recognize that as the GPS mod. Now, I haven't played with a GPS mod since 2017. This one's works a little bit differently. But anyway, I'm going to give it a shot because how many times have you seen me when I'm trying to spread lime or fertilizer or anything like that, and I'm trying to line up so I don't overspray? Well, the GPS is going to help me with that, I think. So I thought I'd give it a shot. Now, here's the other thing I got. This is interesting. I got a new tractor. Look at this thing. Look at this. It's a case, but there's no cab. I think it's supposed to be an automated tractor. Like, notice it's got antennas on it, like it's remote controlled. But I just thought it looked pretty nasty. Doesn't it look cool? So I'm gonna give it a shot, see how it works. I thought it was pretty cool. Overspray, what's that? That's the thing that I do when I spray. I overspray. All right, let me get back to I decided if I'm going to bale, which I am doing, that I wanted to wrap them and make silage out of them so I can get a little bit more money. I don't know if you do, but I think you do. Get a little bit more money for it if it's a silage bale. And I've never used this equipment before, so I want to try that. And I think I made the foil. This one uses foil. And I think I made it kind of a greenish color, a light green. But I've never used this before, so I don't know how it works. Fold bale wrapper, change cruise bale. How do you turn it on? Is there a on button or does it just work? It does just work automatically. Cool. Yeah, I've never done this before. You know me, I'm not much of a hay baler. But I thought I'd give it a try. That is one ugly tractor. I thought it looked kind of nasty. It kind of looks futuristic. I didn't. I just sold the thing. So how do you drop the bale once it's wrapped? Unload square bale. Oh, I guess you got to do that manually. Pink would have been better. It is a real tractor. Yeah, it's a real tractor. I mean, I just thought it was nasty looking. I was going through looking for the GPS is what happened. And I happened to see that. And I got it from if you're interested, I got it from the actual Giant mod page. That's where I found it when I was looking for the GPS. There's a bunch of GPSs out there. Well, not a bunch. There were several. And I wanted to get the one everybody's using. So I went to Giant to get it. This is a very speedy process, so this shouldn't take very long. Well, that's kind of what I decided. And you can blame it on Southern Boy. I can't get used to calling him that. You can blame it on him because I saw him doing it. And now, if you think about it, he's live streaming every day for 8 hours a day on average. And so he has to slow down and do stuff like this, or you know what I mean. I come back in 3 months. It should be done. I'm waiting for school to be out. We'll finish this by then. Is it the GPS version 4? Because I did find that one. Well, this one works pretty good. The only thing is, once I put it in, I had to go and purchase GPS for each tractor that I own. So I had to do that. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I've got another piece of equipment over yonder that I'm hoping will pick up the bales. So to answer your question on that, on the Scorpmobile, I have no idea. But it was that way again this morning. I don't know whether it has anything to do with the map or what, but there's no windows in it. It's crazy. So anyway, this is all in game. These pieces of equipment I'm using right here are part of that Anderson DLC, and I've not used it. So I decided, why don't I see what it's all about? That's sweet. I like that. I like machines that do things like that. So anyway, I'm going to be doing this, but let's go check on some of the other fields. I need to finish up what I'm doing here. This needs to get into the silo. You like doing the bale snakes? I haven't tried that either. I need to try that. That might be kind of fun. A faster bale wrapper. Well, here's the problem. I'm using in-game equipment, so because you guys know I don't normally bale. I don't have modded equipment for that. So but it's about time I started doing something a little bit different, don't you think? I do the same stuff every time. Can do bale snakes by hand with a super strength. Really? Interesting. If I do different things, it's not the rude man way. Well, yeah, there is that, isn't there? But maybe the rude man way is to do different things now. I don't know how to use this GPS. I watched a little bit of a tutorial on it, but I was watching it while I was farming, so I don't remember what the hell they were doing. I don't think it's going to be very complicated, really. I mean, it's just the biggest thing for me is remembering which keys start everything. So to start with, I've already got GPS turned on this one. As you can see over there, the satellite, the first icon is your rows that you're on. And since I'm not using it, I'm on row 0. If I run down the field and turn around and come back, it would change from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. The second icon is a picture of a satellite up in space, and it's green, which means I've got it turned on. And then the steering wheel shows that its steering wheel is activated, and it tells you the degrees that you're pointing at. So if I'm going east-west, it's going to be 180 by 90. Or 270. I mean, 270 is west. 90 would be east. This would be 0 and 180 if you're this way. And then it's, let's see, to turn it on is Alt-C. So I just turned it off. Hit Alt-C again, turns it back on. And then if you hit Control-S, that brings up this. The guidance system's not on. You can turn it on, but you have to set this kind of thing first. So you're setting, what you're going to do. What you could do is just set it, if your fields are all the same, east, west, north, south, you decide which way you're going to go. And in this case, I would be going north and south. And so you could actually set that up so you don't have to do it for every field. But it just depends. I don't need to use it for this purpose because I'm just going to hire a worker to get this done. Need to pay workers more because they have to learn GPS. There you go. What are you talking about? What's Scorpion talking about? Can do snake? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you used your super strength to move the bales around. Right. All right. So he's on the way doing his job. Who is that anyway? Kevin Stahl is working that. I need to finish this. Cotton bale here, or there's cotton field here, and finish that. And then I love this truck, but I don't like what they did to the people. Oh my God, that literally makes bile come up in my throat looking at that. Oh, Jesus. Ah. And I was just going to open a Mountain Dew. All right. Let's set this thing to operating position. Pick up some bales. Cameron. Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hate being all alone doing this. So I'm going to probably mention this throughout the video, but as I said earlier, I was watching Southern Boy, Big Hoss, this morning as he was doing his live stream. And we were talking about, is that all I got? Where's all my bales? That can't be right. I haven't picked up any cotton bales yet. Where's the rest of the cotton bales? No, that's crazy. Where'd my cotton bales go? You can't tell me I only got 8 on here out of this field. That isn't right. Well, anyway, I was talking to Big Hoss this morning, and we were saying that we had a lot of fun in the past when we did live streams together. So we're talking about maybe getting together and getting on a server and doing a joint live stream again. I want you guys to know about it so you can kind of watch for it if that happens, because I won't have any way of. Well, I guess I could put a notice on the YouTube page. But hey, that's weird. I'm missing a ton of bales. Where could they have went? Well, maybe that's all it made. That's crazy. Oh, wait, you know what I should do? That baler's probably got more bales in it. Did you put in the cotton extender mod? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh God, yeah. When the tractor put the arms out at weird angles, yeah, that freaked me out too. That's awful. Well, you guys have to remember, I used to run an ambulance service, so I've seen shit like that in real life. You know, accidents where people's body parts were sticking out someplace they shouldn't be. I've been to some pretty nasty accidents in my life. I'll have to check Scorpion if I have that in there. I don't recall that I did the cotton extender. Well, here's the funny thing: if you're talking about that, I'm also the kind of person that wouldn't normally be able to do that. If I see an accident, I don't want to see stuff like that. And um, did I shut that thing off? Is it still running? It's still running. There it goes. Yeah, I don't want to see stuff like that. If I'm driving down the highway and there's a car accident, I want to find a way around it because I don't want to see people in pain. People, you know, maybe worse. Um, I don't want to see anything like that. But it turned out that I had the training. I was a paramedic, and it was in a community that I lived in a farming community, that the nearest hospital was an hour away, and there was no doctor in town. So we depended on the ambulance, and it was a volunteer service. And so I ended up being managing the service and being the senior, person in the ambulance. And it wasn't anything that I wanted to do. It's something that I felt I had to do because I got interviewed one time, and the lady on the newspaper asked me because she found out how much training I had to have, and you don't just get the training and that's it. The training continues. It's constant. You're constantly updating your certificates and things like that. And so, plus, I was working a full time job. I was a commercial loan officer for the bank in town, working full time there and 24/7 on the ambulance as well. And she said to me, why would anybody want to do all of that? And my response was, this is not my hometown. This is a town that I live in because of my job, and my family's here. My wife and two kids, or three kids. And I said, I would like to know that if my family gets in an accident, that there would be somebody there to take care of them. And if it has to be me, then it has to be me. Unload bales. There we go. Yeah, and we were having trouble getting people to volunteer for EMT stuff, and that's why I was doing the newspaper article. And I told her, I said, that's why I do it, because I want to know that if my wife and children are here and they have an accident, that there's going to be somebody to take care of them. And that's why I do it. Now, you people live here. This is your hometown. You have grandmas and grandpas and uncles and aunts and cousins, and your family's here. You'd think that you'd want to do that as well. And so I need help on the ambulance. I'm looking for volunteers. And so people started volunteering, and I started getting help. I wonder if I put that mod in. Let me check just a second here. Let me get out of this. see if I put my cleaner mod in. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I didn't put my... I'm going to have to check on that. It's not in here. Oh, maybe I have to buy it. Hang on. Is it in miscellaneous? Scorpion, where's the hose at? That mod. Was it in miscellaneous? There it is. You do have to buy it. Okay, this is the handiest mod I've ever seen. I love this mod. It works like your chainsaw. You just spin your mouse wheel and you can clean your equipment anywhere. Isn't that sweet? I don't think I have this one in the OneDrive. I'm going to have to put it in. Isn't that sweet? I love it. Yeah, that's generally how I wash my car. No dang chickens running around free base like that. Bark, 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 bark. Aren't they cute? All righty then. Let's see here. Abort unloading. What does that mean? Unload bales here. What'd I make? Ooh, $500,000. Sweet. Off one field. Gotta love it. All right. Let's get this picked up. It hooks up to your ween and sprays the vehicles? What? What's a ween? I got a pretty good idea what you're thinking of. God. Hook it up to your ween, huh? I'll have to look, see if there's a river, so I can wash my vehicles, get them really super clean. I'm still deciding. I'm still thinking about whether to plow these fields into one field or not. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there any reason to have 4 little bitty fields like this? Or just plow them all together into one big field? I don't know. All right. Let's see. Uh-oh, I'm in the wrong machine. I'm deciding whether to bale the straw or not. Do I just pick up the straw or should I bale it? What do you think? Mow them, then plow them? You mean mow the in between? Yeah, it's hard to say how he did it, but good thought though. I don't know if this tractor will get over these humps. I guess it did. Might need a bigger tractor for this. Look at this. Actually, pretty good hill here. Now that's interesting. I thought I cleared the hay out of that. I guess I didn't. I didn't empty this. First thing to come out is a bale of hay instead of a bale of straw. So I got a question though. Can you wrap straw and make silage out of it, or just grass? Anybody used this equipment before? The 8530? Yeah. I could use that new big case. I don't know what kind of power that's got. It's so nasty looking. When's this new DLC supposed to come out? Anybody know? And what's it supposed to have on it? I didn't look. I saw that Giant's trying to get people to pre-order it. I don't know why you'd want to pre-order it. And I've got my own thinking on those DLCs. If I had my way, I would say to Giant, rather than put out another DLC, why don't you just start updating the game by adding something to it, you know, besides we got a DLC, we got a half a dozen tractors, there you go. Why don't you update the game instead of coming out with a new game every other year? March 27th. To me, I don't know if it'd be downloadable content or not, though. It's a problem. They should be patching the game to add things to it instead of selling a DLC for equipment that you may or may not need. But that's just me. And you can't tell me they can't do it because, let's say you could put a factory in. Okay, well, look at the difference between 17 and 19, right? The difference between 17 and 19 is that you have placeable items now. So you can place your own farmhouse in. You can place the pig pens. You can place uh, the cattle, the sheep, the horses. You can put them where you want, right? Well, why couldn't they give us a patch that lets us put in a beer factory, and add hops to the game, or a way to sell cotton and make clothing like we've got in other mods? There's no reason why they couldn't do it. They would just put a patch in that adds stuff like that in the game. But no, they got to come out every 2 years with a game that's identical to the one they had out before. And still no decent content. Somebody was talking about FS17. I'm seriously thinking about doing a day, 1 day a week of retro gaming and go back to 15 and 17. 15 would be a little bit more difficult because I took it out of my computer, but I've still got 17 in. 17 still loaded. I've still got all my mods. I've got all my folders. It wouldn't be too hard to start playing 17 again. I was thinking about playing Maverick, Joran's Farm again, just for nostalgia. Or going back to Graceland. Wouldn't that be cool? Start a new season of Graceland. Or was Graceland 15? I can't remember. My time's getting away from me. Okay, so if somebody answered my question, there you go, tractor that puts people out of business. Do you know if there's any reason to wrap straw, or if you even can? Graceland was FS15. Okay, thank you. I'm getting a little bit behind in the times, I guess. I kind of thought it was because Graceland was the map that got Big Hoss onto the computer. Big Hoss used to play Farm Sim on the Xbox, and he started watching me. And I started playing Graceland, and he got all excited because he couldn't play Graceland, and he wanted to. So he fixed his computer up. He bought a new graphics card and started playing on the computer and started watching all my tutorials, how to use Courseplay and all that kind of stuff. And he'll tell you that, he kind of got in the game because of me. It's nice of him to say. Every time I run this baler, it makes me think of a dog out in the front yard, scooting his butt on the grass and laying a turd out once in a while. Don't ask me why I thought that. That's terrible. Hey, I got a Mountain Dew set in here I got out about 10 minutes ago and forgot to open. And before you ask, my wife is not home today because I had a Mountain Dew yesterday because I was live streaming, and then YouTube screwed me up, kicked me off the live stream. And I had a free Mountain Dew without having to earn it by doing a live stream. Yeah, I wouldn't think it would. I'll just sell the straw. I'll pick it up. Did somebody tell me that baled straw sells better than loose straw? Is that what I heard? Well, it can, because I could actually sell it in my 150 and I can change the price in my sell point. Not that I will. I'm just saying. Just saying. It does sell better. All right, that's good to know. You're telling Alexa. Oh, my wife is getting freaked out by Alexa. My wife was sitting in the living room.
I don't know that one.
Oh, shut up. Alexa's answering me. My wife was sitting in the living room talking to somebody, right? Not once did they say the word Alexa so that she could hear it. And they were talking about something, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, Alexa gives them a recommendation on the situation that they were talking about. And it freaked Carol out because I've told her that those things are listening all the time. They know exactly what you're saying. And they keep track of all that stuff. You know, all this fancy stuff, like your telephone. Google knows where you're at all the damn time. They know when you go into the bathroom to relieve yourself. And it freaked her out. She came in and was all upset. She was telling me, that scared me. I said, I told you, that thing's listening all the time. It is kind of freaky. I mean, you know, the thing of it is, most normal people do, well, I've got nothing to hide. Well, that's not the point. The point is that somebody gets a hold of something that you've said or done, and they take offense of it, or they think that, well, okay, I'll give you an example. How many people have not said to their spouse, God, sometimes you make me so angry, I just want to smack your face. Or some people are even more explicit than that. They get in an argument with their spouse and they say, God, sometimes I just want to strangle you. And now, do they mean it? No, they don't mean it. You know, majority of the people say things that they never would do. But let's say something happens to the wife and somebody says, yeah, he said he was going to kill her. And they take him to court and say, well, did you say you were going to kill her? That's motive for murder. And, you know, so you got to be careful what you say. Because it may be innocent to one person and may be totally serious to somebody else. So it's not necessarily that you're, you know, I've got nothing to hide. You know, I've watched several videos about people that get stopped by police. And they tell you, you don't ever say anything to a policeman. You don't talk. You don't say anything. You just get a lawyer. Because the police aren't interested in helping you. So anything you say, they're going to use it in some way to incriminate you. That's just the way it is. All right, let me shut this thing down here. Lift it up. Poop out the bales. 2 bales pooped. There we go. We're poop to Malou, my darling. All right, let's get this truck. Pick up that canola. I got to check the chat if I missed anything. Craig wants to know what Alexa is. Anthony, hello, how are you? Amazon has a thing that you can. Do you know what the cell phone, like with an iPhone, and they've got that Siri that you can say, "Hey Siri, what's the weather?" Well, that's what this is. It's Amazon's version of it. All right, let's get rid of this canola. How you doing today, Anthony? It's Friday for some people. I used to say, hey, it's Friday, but there's too many people have different schedules now. And somebody says, yeah, well, Monday's my Friday, or Wednesday's my Friday. So Friday doesn't mean what it used to mean. All right, who we got working? Chris Bourne. And we're doing soybeans. Let's grab this truck, get it into the silo. Friday's your Friday? Every day's a Friday for me. So, Southern Boy, the artist formerly known as Big Hoss, is is doing something different on his live streams. He's live streaming and he's got music playing the whole time he live streams. Sometimes it's rock, sometimes it's country. Started out rock this morning and turned to classic country. But he sings while he's farming now, so pretty much the whole time. I watched him for a couple hours, and he pretty much sang the whole time. And it's not going to be a big surprise that he can't sing. I can't sing either, but he's having fun doing it. So there you go. Oh, that was pretty funny. We haven't seen Bill today, have we? I bet Bill was on there earlier. I was talking to Bill on Haas's live stream. My Echoes are Generation 1 because I bought them early in the game. I got a question for those of you that used the foil wrap on bales. Do you have to wait for it to ferment, or is it just fermented as it's baled? They're ready right after they're wrapped? Okay, thank you. I've got a Galaxy 7S, and it's got Google, so that you can just say, "Hey Google," and what's the weather tonight, or "Hey Google, translate this from Spanish," or something, and it pulls up Google and takes care of it for you. Let me see. I don't want to go in there. I want to sell this at my sell point, which is where? Over there. I don't know if this is going to sell. I've never wrapped bales before. Let's find out. Unload bales. How's that work? Interesting. Well, now what? Doesn't seem to be unloading. Huh? Oh, it sold them. Cool. All right. Sweet. How do you put the dang thing back up now? Um, change driving direction, lower loading platform. Huh? Oh, okay. Never mind. And then operating position. There we go. No, not operating position. I want it to go to transport. Oh, machines. You gotta love them. Oh, you run them from your phone so you can say lights on. You don't have to clap. You don't go and the lights go on and off. You have to. Hey, I want to try an experiment here, guys. Listen carefully. I'm going to go over and turn my air conditioner on, getting ready for summer. I want to know how much noise this mic picks up. But that's why I was having it adjusted this morning. So hang on. I'm going to turn the air conditioner on. Is that pretty loud? I'll let it run for a second. Now, I do have the fan all the way up. I can turn the fan down, actually. No what? Andy, no what? No, you can't hear it? Or no, it's not bad? Or no, stop it, turn it off? Not loud? I cannot hear it? Okay. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. That means that you can hear me just fine, and it's not being bothered by you're not being bothered by the sound of the air conditioner in case I need it. Now, if I was recording, there would be an issue because I've tried to record with the air conditioner on, and you can hear this microphone is very it's very sensitive. Plus, when I'm actually recording videos, I'm using separate software for sound. So, yeah. Craig's got. I have selective hearing too. Ask my wife. Whenever my wife's talking, I can't hear her. Now wait a minute. You can't hear the game noise? Is it because of the laptop, Scorpion, or are you just pulling my leg? You can't hear that? Anybody else? Can anybody else? Can you hear the machines? Oh, great. You can't hear the machines? All right, hang on. That's weird. You don't hear any game sounds at all? Right, I don't need the air, so I turned it off. That's weird. What's going on? Hang on. I'm going to go to the software and take a look. Just a sec. This is weird. You can't hear the sound. Huh. Hang on, I'm looking at something. I'll be right with you. What the heck? That's strange. Well, it's got to be OBS. That's got to be the problem. Phone speakers. That's weird. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. Well, shoot, I don't know what to do. Of course, I've been live streaming for a while. Nobody noticed it. um, yeah, it's got to be OBS. What should I do? I don't know if there's anything I can do without stopping the stream, if you know what I mean. Well, I can hear it while I'm playing it. I hear the sound. All right, I'm back in the tractor, kind of. Anthony says he can hear the game. Seriously? Is that, can you still? Because I was messing around with it. All right, that's weird. That's just super weird. Can you even hear my voice now? Uh-oh. Voice is fine. You can hear me? Well, what the heck? Well, shoot. I don't know what to do. Well, that's crazy. No sound to the game. Okay. Move on. No biggie. Fix in the future. All right. You know how things like that bother me, though. How do you know when this thing's full? Did it tell you? I think it's full. I'm going to try. It doesn't want that one. All right, it's done. So I don't have any reason to keep this straw. I'm just going to go sell it. What do you think? The little yellow indicator. What? What? Oh, down below. Oh, I see. It said 14 bales. Little yellow indicator. I was looking for a light on the tractor. No, it's a bar. I killed me a bar when I was only 3. And it wasn't yellow. It wasn't a yellow bar. Thanks, Craig. Abort unloading. Unload bales here. Oh, that's just sweet. You were pointing at the screen? Look out, trees. I'm coming through. I wish you picked it up a little faster. It's a little slow, isn't it? Of course it would be. I mean, it's not like it's going to throw it up there 90 miles an hour. Anybody got Google on? Hey, Cameron. Welcome back. Somebody Google OBS no game sound. I could do it, I guess, but then I'd have to stop picking up bales. Where's Bill when you need him? Bill's always into that kind of thing. Hey, you screwed up. Fix it. First time, huh? There's a first time for everything. Damn trees. There's Southern Outlaw. He'd know. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hey, Metallic's in the house, too. I got a problem, Southern Outlaw. I started using OBS again today. I haven't used it in a long time. I've been using XSplit. But now they're telling me that there's no game sound. Nobody can hear the game sound. They can hear me, but they can't hear the game. What the hell does that causes that? Whoa! Bill's in the house. There is game sound, but it's really faint. Really? Okay. Well, it's turned up to 100%. Well, shoot. All right, hang on. Same here. It's in your browser source. Yeah, um, I don't think I've got mine set at 1080p. I had problems with it at 1080p. Turn it up or right click it and add a gain filter. Browser source. Hang on. Let's see here. All right. Is there any improvement? Okay, under sound properties, output audio. Ah, man. I can't see anything. Sound control. Sound control. But you can hear me, though. It's just the game sounds you're not getting. Well, and the other thing is that I'm worried about is it says that you have to restart OBS for changes to take effect. Or at least that's what I thought it said. Oh, I'm full. Whoa, run over the bale. Oh, I don't know what to do. I hate problems like this. Where's my farm? Now I'm lost. Yeah, I'm not that quiet. I'm usually pretty loud. Uh, Outlaw, are you talking about my PC sound or in OBS? Hey Jerry, how you doing? In OBS, EQ. Okay, hang on. All right, sell those. Faster. It's a little slow, isn't it? Of course it would be. I mean, it's not like it's going to throw it up there. Oh, I hate problems like this. Yeah, a funny part too is there's really very few ways that you can test this stuff out without actually going live. Okay, okay, I'll do that. I mean, the thing of it was, I've been live streaming for an hour or two now, and nobody noticed it. Well, Scorpion said he did, but because they're listening to me talk, and you know me, I talk all the time. So they weren't really missing the sound until somebody pointed it out. Hey, I can't hear the sound. It's loud and clear for me as I'm playing, but then that's from my PC. So this kind of thing really bothers me, though. I can't get it. I can't stop thinking about it when something like that happens. I hate problems. Thing of it is I like OBS. I would like to use OBS, but I've had problems with it, and so I went back to XSplit. Talk more and sing. Okay. I was telling them about you singing on your live stream this morning. See, I don't have music on my live stream like Haas does. I'd call you Southern outlaw there, but most of the people here in my live stream, they still think you're Haas. All right. What do we got here? Let's go pick up this crop. Well, you know, I had more control with OBS on certain things and widgets and things like that, and I had it all set up the way I liked it. But then I started having problems with OBS after an update, and so I stopped using it. Well, I found out that what was happening was OBS switched microphones on me. Instead of using my $600 microphone, it was using the microphone in my webcam that's sticking in my window 6 or 7 feet behind me. And everybody kept saying, Rudy, you sound like you're in the next room. Well, literally, I guess I was. And so I went back to XSplit, and it wasn't until yesterday, I think, that I found out what the problem was when I pulled OBS up again and decided that to use OBS, I better check all the, settings. And that's when I found that the microphone was set to the webcam. It's crazy. See if I can wipe out a few signs over here. So you've been playing Stevie's map most of the day there, Haas. What'd you think of it? All right, we're going to hire a worker here. Who's working? Craig Wilson is plowing today. Look at that guy go. Hey, for those of you that came in late, I got a new tractor today. Let's take a look at it. I showed the guys earlier. Look at this tractor. Isn't that nasty looking? It's a remote control, I think. It's supposed to be there's no cabin. It's got It's got antennas on it. I think it's supposed to be a remote control tractor. Isn't it nasty looking though? It's weird. That thing's nasty looking. All right, I got to get back and get this straw picked up. I missed some bales. I don't know how I did it, but I did. I missed bales on that other field over there, I think. Get some plowing done. I'm still trying to decide whether to plow these fields together or not. Well, I've said that too, Haas, many times. And it's not a criticism, but I told people, I said, it's very obvious when you're on a Stevie map. I know immediately when I pull a map up, I know immediately when I'm on a Stevie map. I don't know what I just did, but I screwed up bad. Oh, what have I done? I just unloaded my bales in the middle of the field. Oh, how stupid that was. What did I just do? Now I got to pick them all up again. Oh, how stupid. I'm so stupid. Yeah, that tractor's kind of weird. This is a way to pick it up. If you notice, it's picking them up from the wrong angle and it's flopping them around. That's cool. I like that. Fenton Forest. Yeah, like I say, it's not a criticism. It's just that you know when you're on a Stevie map. It was the same way in 15 and 17. You know, I knew immediately when I had a Stevie map. It's just his style. You know, he has a certain style that he has. Likes the color green. Okay, thanks, Scorpion. I thought I heard something go ding ding or something on my computer. Yeah, see if you can figure out what's wrong with the Scorpmobile. Because it should have windows. All tractors should have windows. You hit me with a ding ding. There's that lone hay bale there. Are you still at work, Scorpion? Or did you head home already? Yeah, I normally don't live stream on Friday, but I had a live stream that I was doing yesterday, and we didn't even get into it 45 minutes when YouTube just went completely, well, pardon my French, but they went tits up on me. So I decided to come in today and finish the live stream I couldn't do yesterday. And like a dummy, I decided to change software and didn't have time to test it out. Oh, were you teasing me earlier when you said you had a long, and I asked you why weren't you working at home? Now think about it. I had 14 bales and I made almost $6,000 on 14 bales of straw. There's something wrong with that. Huh, isn't that weird? We could blame it on Stevie's map. Doesn't like JCBs. And I'm using this Kloss today. I don't know where. I haven't used this one in a long time, this tractor. I kind of like it. I'd like to see the exhaust a little bit higher out of there, though. I don't like the exhaust there. That exhaust needs to come up and over the cab. Dual wheels, huh? Well, it's a good sized tractor. It'd probably look pretty good with dual wheels. Because it looks a little narrow, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so my wife, for this 2 weeks, a little bit last week and for the next week and a half, she's dog sitting for a friend of hers, and they never leave their dogs. They won't leave them at a kennel because that's just cruel. And so my wife is dog sitting for them. They're going to pay her $500, but I haven't seen her for 2 weeks. Well, she comes home in the evening because actually my sister and her are sharing the duty. My sister goes over when she gets off of work and spends the night with the dogs, and Carol comes home. And then Carol gets up in the morning and relieves my sister so she can go to work. And they're going to share the $500. But I get some decent bachelor time here. Sharing the duty. I know I said duty. All righty then. Off we go. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'll stay on this map for too long. I might go back to the 16X map. the Wild West on next Tuesday. I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. I should probably quit jumping from map to map, I suppose. But I want to get back to that other map I was playing, though, the Nevada map. Now, you may think it's Nevada in the U.S., but it's not. It's Nevada in Africa. I didn't even know there was a Nevada in Africa. But it's an interesting map. I was having fun with it. And then there's that Wisconsin map I was playing that I was having fun with too. That's the one that we had the contoured fields. That were so weird, you know, those fields that had all the terrain on them. They were weird shaped. That was pretty much a manual game right there. I had to pretty much, I couldn't play the Rudeman way on that because course play wouldn't work. So I was pretty much doing what I'm doing here, all manual work. Uh-oh, missed that one. I might as well sell that hay one along with the straw. Well, yeah, Westby, Wisconsin, that's it. Yeah, that was kind of fun. That one wasn't too bad. Anybody heard anything more about that 64X map somebody's making? I just can't imagine. After playing that 16X map, the 16X map is huge. I can't imagine a 64. Just in case I've got somebody that doesn't play Farm Sim, this is a 4X map, I'm pretty sure. And if you look at the map, you'll see the size of the map here. This is a 4X, I'm pretty sure. Imagine a 16X. Now, that's X meaning the size of the map. I had... they had one field on there that was so big, it was probably as big as this map right here altogether, just one field on that 16X. But imagine a 64X size map. I can't even imagine. Slow progress, I would guess. He had a team with it. You'd have to have. Even that 16X map would be like, you'd have to have a team with it. That worked out perfectly. I got every bale, and I'm full. I just can't imagine a map that big. What's it going to be like to download? The only time I had trouble with the 16X map is if I had too much equipment running in a certain area. And then it wasn't very bad, really. Yeah, he was using a Cray computer. All righty, I got to go check on my plow, see how he's doing. Oh, my grass is growing back on me before I can get it picked up. Where's my plow? He's done. Sweet. Well, you know, the guy that did the 16 by map, he must have had it optimized pretty good because the download was very small. I was surprised. Where's my farm? I'm lost. Is that it? Over there? Nope. There's not a oh, there's pigs. That's my pig farm. There's a road. Yeah, I'm gonna have to decide between now and the next live stream whether I want to, if I'm playing this map anyway. I'm seriously thinking about plowing all four of these fields together into one. Seriously thinking about it because they're just not very big fields. It'd make a pretty good size one field though, wouldn't it? All right, who we got working here? Matt Jensen's on the job and ready for action. Well, he's up pretty early this morning. I don't know if he's still here now. If he is, I wonder. Ask him how his eyes been. He was having eye trouble this morning. I've had eye trouble recently. Well, not eye trouble. I shouldn't say that. I don't know whether it's allergies or whatever, but my eyes have been uh, mucusy, and I don't know what the hell's going on. Is that really what they use? Is tin foil to do these? I guess so. At first, I thought it was like Saran wrap, but I think it's tin or aluminum. Hey, Metallic, are you still around? Lurking in the background? Have you logged into ED lately? I keep waiting for them to change something in the game. I kind of just got into playing other things. Where do those rollers go? Everybody fell asleep. Well, you can't hear the game sound, so hey, it's pretty quiet probably. I thought it was funny because I've had people say that. I had a commenter one time. Guy was watching my videos and he said don't get me wrong, I like to watch this guy, but man, he sure likes to talk, don't he? And he was talking about me, of course. I just laughed. Took Suzanne back to Ross 490. Yeah, I got to get back in there. I do kind of log on once in a while because I want to keep everything up to date. And, I use other programs too along with it. So my voice attack and stuff like that, it's always being updated. So I have to keep up with that stuff so that when I do want to play, I don't have to sit there and wait for 20 updates. Oh, say hello, Leslie. Is Leslie talking to me again? Leslie's Scorpion's daughter. She's at an age where she kind of, last year she'd talk my ear off, and now she's shy again. She says hi. Yeah, there's quite a delay in this. Are you watching on your phone, Metallic? I was going to keep count of these. When I got 14, I was going to stop and pick them up, but I forgot. On the phone. My phone does pretty good. I mean, I watch certain things on my phone. I watch Rush Limbaugh on my phone sometimes, and it works pretty good. But I don't use my phone very much like that. Of course, that's not internet. It's an app that I watch. Your phone vibrates. I had my phone in my shirt pocket the other day, and it started vibrating, and it tickled me so bad I about dropped it. I was laughing my ass off. Carol said, "What's the matter?" And I said, "That thing tickled the hell out of me." Oh, got another one done. Man, that was... Oh, he missed a spot. Wait a minute. Crazy daughter. What's she doing now? Scorpion's daughter. She's a handful. Man, this thing doesn't have a very decent turning radius, does it? All right. Back to this feller. Should make some money off of this. This is silage now. I like that when you put the wrap on, it's immediately silage. You don't have to wait for fermentation or anything like that. Gesturing it through it. Oh, geez. My sister had, she's got a Galaxy, like, not like mine. She's got a different model, but it's a pretty fancy phone, pretty nice. And she went into the bathroom and it slid out of her pocket, fell in the toilet. she, she heard something go plop and thought, what hell was that? And the damn phone was on, and it was like the whole toilet was lit up. She said she got it right out, and it still worked just fine. So she hadn't had any trouble with it. That was several weeks ago. She wouldn't say anything else, just hi. The newer Galaxies are waterproof. Mine's an older one. It's a Galaxy 7S, but I think it's waterproof too. Well, I wouldn't say waterproof. I think they're water resistant. Um, yeah, drop them in a lake. I think you might have a problem. But if you drop it in a toilet and just get it right out before it has time to soak in. Yeah, the little boogers get pretty independent there, don't they? Yeah, mine's only 11, and man, she's been getting into some trouble lately. She got in trouble at school the other day, and I don't know. I keep telling her to. She's got to settle down. Little turd. All right. Let's see. That's 12. I need two more. I should have. I lost count. I should have been paying attention. My grass is going to grow up before I get these picked up. If I didn't have to wrap them, well, I don't have to wrap them. I just decided to try some of this equipment I've had out. Oh no. That thing doesn't back up very good, does it? I don't know if I can do it from this angle. Let's try it. See what it does. It's not going to pick it up, is it? Oh, yes, it is. OtterBox cover. I'll look into that. Is that for the Galaxy? Um, I did buy a glass cover, a glass screen for it. I don't know if they call it a screen. I usually put a cover on the glass because you're constantly touching it, and you know, I heard that they had trouble with that phone that I've got about the edges and stuff. You know, if you they even had a word for it, palming or something, that you would turn the phone on and off and stuff just by picking it up, and because it's got a screen that kind of wraps around the edge. It's hard to explain. There's no border, in other words. But I haven't had trouble with mine. Not at all. I don't do anything on eBay. I don't trust eBay. I've never bought anything on eBay. I always thought it was like a Sunday market or a yard sale, and you're dealing with people that you can't trust. That's just my opinion, and it's probably not true. I have no idea. I usually bought my phones from. I just make sure that they're unlocked. I usually get them from Amazon. The last one I got was pretty decent phone. It was only $50, and it was, it wasn't the newest technology. It was about 2 years old. But hey, for $50, and I didn't have any trouble with it. It seemed to work really good. The only problem was it was like I said, it was the technology was, a few years old when I bought it, and so it was, several years old, and it was a semi-smartphone. It wasn't, anything to shout about. But I'm not going to pay $1,000 for a phone. I very seldom use the damn thing, so I wasn't going to pay $1,000 for a new phone, and so they're still servicing Galaxy 7s, so I bought a Galaxy 7. They have a Galaxy 10 out now, I guess, but I'm not paying that much for a phone. And I don't like, everybody likes the iPhones, but I don't like what the company does. The phone's probably just fine, but they want to control everything. It's just I don't know. Galaxy's the same way. The Androids, they're all Google, and Google's trying to control everything. Microsoft tries to control everything. Apple really wants to control everything. And it's a damn expensive. And he's got the 10s. Well, see, you know, I just I I just don't want to spend the money on something I don't use. I barely use my phone. We don't use it like most people do. Um, the only time I use my phone is to call my wife when she's not at home, like when she's shopping, or if we go, if we travel, I use it for, you know, emergencies, things like that. But we don't sit and talk on our phone, and we don't do texting and email and Facebook and all that kind of stuff like people do. Um, I don't even give my number out. The only people that have my number are immediate family. I'm talking about sons and daughters, my brothers and sisters, that kind of family. And I give the number out to my doctor, and that's about it. We just don't give our number out even. So we just don't use the phones. I think the cell phone is going to be the downfall of the world. All these people tapping on their phones all the time. They don't even know that a car's going to run them over till they're laying in the street dead. Crazy people. I thought I was going to get this stuff done today, but I don't think I'm going to. You know what I should do? I should sell a bale of grass and then sell one that's been wrapped just to see what the difference in price is. I know. I know. I was looking at the clock. But hey, I'm batching right now, so. But I tell you what, I do want to figure out what's wrong with my equipment, why I'm not getting any sound though. Um, because I'm thinking about doing more live streaming this weekend, and I want to get it fixed. I'm looking for a new game to play that I just live stream. I'm looking at the Assassin's Creed games. I've got all of them, and I've never played them. Well, I shouldn't say never. I've played one or two of them, but the newer ones that have been out, I purchased them when they came out. I never even installed them. My son's telling me that the last two that were out, I think starting with Origins, and I don't remember what the next one, the last one was called, but he's telling me that they're more open world RPG type than the previous ones, and that he thought that they would be good for me to stream. But I got to get the software working. It's no fun when you can't hear the game sounds, especially if you're playing a game where people are screaming. Yeah, I think I'm going to experiment. I want to try selling a regular bale and then a bale that's wrapped, and just to see what the price difference is. Just interested. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and try to figure out what's wrong with the sound so that I can come back and stream some more. Not maybe today, but you never know. I wouldn't listen. What do you mean I wouldn't listen? I was listening. I just can't do it while I'm live streaming, because what the problem was, when I looked at the things I was changing, it said I had to restart the program for them, to make the changes. I didn't want to do that in the middle of you know, Matt's Fiddle. Is it Fiddle? Do you do logging? No, no, no. I'm not a logger. I have, but no, not really. The in-game settings. What do you mean in-game settings? You mean, um, what are you talking about? The game itself? Farm Sim? Let's see. These settings here? I don't think that's going to do any good. Whoops. What was that set on before? 100? Vehicle volume? Because it's really loud for me. Oh, yeah. You guys would be screaming at me if you heard that. I can't. You couldn't hear me talk. Oh, hi, Chris. How are you? Midnight Prowler. How you been? Nothing? Yeah, I got to fix that. I got to get it fixed. Okay, so let's take a quick poll. Who thinks that I should plow these fields together into one field? Anybody? And then I got to go because I got to fix the sound. because I want to do some more live stream, and I can't live stream if there's no game sounds. It's still quiet. Yeah, it's OBS. I know it is. I just got to figure out what that is. Hoss said he could help me, so he uses it all the time. Plow together. Scorpion says plow together. Not bothered? What's that mean? Oh, you're not bothered by the sound? Well, I got one for plow together. I'm not going to do it now, but I'll do it. I'm thinking about it. Those fields are so small, you don't really get much of a crop off of it. And like I've said before, if this was one field, nothing says that you have to seed the whole field with one crop. I could just split the field in two and say, I'm okay, this half's going to be corn, that half's going to be wheat. Go from there. Matt said he wasn't bothered by it, but I'll fix it. I need to fix it anyway, because there are some games that you really do need the sound, especially if I play a role playing game and there's voice, like the character's voiced. You do want to hear what the character's saying, so I got to get it fixed. And he just likes the live stream. Well, I appreciate that. I really do. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish it here and see if I can get that fixed. And then I think maybe I'll do some live streaming this weekend. So, anyway, I hope everybody had fun. And I want to thank you for joining me. I always enjoy that I have company. Company's always fun. That way I'm not talking to myself. My wife thinks I talk to myself all the time, and I probably do. But she answers herself, so... Anyway, everybody have a good evening, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for stopping by.